Have you ever pulled too hard on your own power cord and snapped the wire, or tripped over a power cord and ripped it into two pieces? I have, too many times. It can be so frustrating having to buy another phone charger or power cord. That's why we should all learn how to repair our own wires. Today, I'm going to show you how to repair your own wires by crimping them together. So I learned this skill because of the Navy. In the Navy, I had a crash course learning all about Ohm's law, resistance, soldering, aviation electricity. And trust me, this is one skill you're going to want to have in your arsenal. It's come in so handy. Today, I will show you how to crimp those wires together. I'm going to first show you the materials you need in order to do a wire repair. Second, I will go over the process of repairing your own wires. And finally, I'll discuss some of the benefits of repairing your own wires. So without further ado, let's get started. So, you're gonna have your damaged wires. You're gonna need a pair of wire strippers. Mine is a combination of wire strippers, wire cutters. You're gonna want heat shrink and a crimp. Fortunately, I have heat shrink already combined with the crimp. Then you're gonna need a heat gun, or in my case, a lighter, to shrink wrap the shrink wrap over the crimp. This helps prevent corrosion. Finally, you're gonna want a multimeter. A multimeter will help you test your resistance and if you did a good job on your crimp. Okay, so first thing you're gonna wanna do is strip the wire of its insulation, thus the wire stripper. Okay. I like to go in about 1/2 inch. There we go. Now you have exposed wires. I like to cut off the loose ends and braid it together so there's no fraying when you put the crimp on. So we're going to repeat the process on the other side of the damaged wire. About a 1/2 inch in. And strip the wire of its insulation. See the exposed wires? Now, see how it's frayed out? I like to twist them together. Okay, next thing you're going to want to do is grab your crimp, slide it onto the exposed wires, like so. The crimp, exposed wires. All right. All right. Now you grab your wire crimper and clamp down on the one end. Make sure I got that good. And then again, you're going to repeat this for the other side of the broken wire. Sometimes you just got to work with it a little bit. Make sure that it's really twisted good so it doesn't fray off. Okay. Hold that in. Give it a good crimp. Now finally, in order to make sure that no corrosion happens, we're going to take a heat gun or a lighter here and shrink wrap the whole thing, you'll see the shrink wrap will tighten around the wire and the crimp. For time's sake, I'm just going to let it shrink about that much. So it's good enough there. Now, the very last step is to test your wires with the multimeter. So for me, I know how to read resistance or ohms. And this should make a sound if there's a good connection. Actually, let me put this up like this. Oh, that's too far. Let's see. Oh. My multimeter might be a little old. Oh, okay. Alright, you hear that high pitched beep? That means it's working. Should hear a high pitched beep when we measure the two ends of the wires that we just crimped. We got a little bit. There you go. So, you heard the beep, you have a good crimp. And my apologies, I did miss the very first step, the most important step. Before you do any wire cutting is to make sure the power is off on whatever wire you're working on. And then just make sure power's off, battery's disconnected, that it's unplugged, all of that. No power, you don't want to get shocked. Secondly, you want to make sure that your working area is clean. But this concludes the demonstration of my wire crimping. I've first shown you the materials you needed. Next, I showed you the process of crimping your wires. Finally, let me discuss the benefits of repairing your own wires. So, crimping your own wires saves money. Just like college, the upfront costs can be expensive, but it pays off in the future. You save money by not having to go look for another charger, pay for another charger, or even pay for a repairman to do the work that you could have done yourself. Second, you save time. You save time by not having to drive to the store, walk up and down the aisles looking for that phone charger that you have. You save time by not having to drive to the repairman's shop and wait for his time for him to repair your charger or power cord. Finally, it's a benefit for yourself and friends and families. You can help them repair their own wires if they happen to rip theirs. All right, now crimping is the more preferred method when connecting two wires together. It's sturdier than splicing two wires together. Splicing is a whole new topic. It's a whole other topic. You have to tin metals. It's a little more complicated and a little more flimsy. Splicing is more for circuit boards. Crimping is less likely to corrode or come loose compared to twisting wires, exposed wires together. So if you like your wires with a strong bond and you like them repaired, go with crimping. Thank you.